Hi everybody! Happy New Year! It is 2025 right now. Exactly. It is. It is in the East Coast time. It is already past midnight. Ball is dropped. Whole 9 yards. 2025. New beginning. New year. Hi, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I'm a little excited, a little frazzled. I mean, like I said, it's late. This past Mama's bedtime. Mama, Nana, depends on who's talking to me, right? It is past my bedtime. Honey and sweetie, if you're my husband. But other than that, no one else gets to do that. That's just his right. But yeah, I was looking through my stuff and just going down rabbit hole after rabbit hole of patterns and projects and things I want to do. And one of the things, while I was doing that, of course, I'm watching all the other channels I watch, and I got so excited because Erin from Crafting Kitty is also jumping on the Tackle It theme. You know, whether it's Tackle It Tuesday, Tackle whatever. But the whole thing is going through your stuff and figuring out what it is and doing something with it, right? Sometimes, for me, there's a couple of my first two things I pulled out of my little bin. I'm like, I'm pulling those out. That's a win. For her, I felt really sad. I felt it, man. I felt it through the screen. She pulled out a beautiful blanket. It's a Sophie blanket, which is just one of those massive crochet blankets. And when you're making a large, whether it's knit or crochet project, it can languish. And it doesn't matter how wonderful it is. It takes a while. I know there's a lot of you that watch my channel that make queen and king size blankets, and you know who you are because you tell me about it. I commend you. I have not done that earlier the year. Well, earlier last year, right? In 2024, because it's 2025. We're moving on. I made my very first knit adult size blanket. So no, I have not gotten into the queen size and the king size. I mean, that is perseverance, that is stick-to-itiveness, that is whatever you want to call it. Bless you. You guys are amazing. So I really felt for Erin because that's the first thing she pulled out is this blanket, this gargantuan thing. And then she's like, no. I'm not going there. And I don't blame her because I was looking at my bin and you guys saw what I pulled out. You didn't see everything I was seeing. It's daunting. There are certain projects that you touch and you're like, oh, the energy is gone. So I commend her for doing that. And then she grabbed one of the beautiful Stephen West shawls that she's working on, and she has committed to actually doing that. And I think that's wonderful. And that's the other thing I wanted to throw out there because I got to see her doing that. And then I got to see Lynanne from Nina's Knots Crochet. She's doing a version of, or, you know, not on Tuesday because she has Tunisian Tuesday, which is very fun, you know, but that same concept. And what I noticed from the three people that I looked at instantly, myself included, right? It can get really overwhelming. You pull that stuff out. My case, I've got a bin. All those projects have been happily sitting in that bin for literally years. We've been in this house for 2 years, and I didn't just put them in the bags right before moving here. Well, yeah, I did just put them in the bag before moving here, but they were in a incomplete state for a while before they got tucked in a neat little bag. So it can be overwhelming and daunting, and whatever system you use to work through that is perfect. But I was excited because a lot of us are committing to doing something with it. Just look at it. Take a look at it. And if that's the one that you're like, ugh, well, then push that aside and grab one of the other ones. That's what I'm doing. It's not cheating. It's not cheating. That's what I'm doing. So today I have plans. I mean, it is the 1st of January. It is a new beginning. We are doing this. So my friends and I are getting together. Oh yeah, I have a couple cast on parties. One of them is online with YouTube, and if I'm not with my friends physically, I will be watching it live, and that is Soxy Nana, Alice Soxy Nana. She's doing a live, her and My Pink Bathtub, they're doing a Diane, My Pink Bathtub, and I'll link both of them down below. They're doing a live today, and it is a cast-on party for knitting socks. All right, well, everybody that's wanting to try and everything else, there's a lot of resources. There's a lot of free resources, and there's a lot of hand-holding and helping and all sorts of stuff. And my daughter Rachel says she's going to actually try to do socks this year. I haven't seen her finish scarf, but I don't think it is finished. But she's got, the last time I saw it, it was half. It was half. Holy cow, that was amazing. So I think we're going to drag her along and get her to make some socks too. So there's a cast on party, 1 p.m. Central Time. If I'm not with my friends physically at that time, I'll be watching that live. Otherwise, I'll watch the replay. But I picked out some yarn. Okay, so I picked out some more than just these. These are Barocco vintage sock, and you know, these solid, semi-solid colors, right? Perfect for color work. I talked about doing stranded color work or mosaic or something along that line this year on my socks. I generally do the vanilla just because. Vanilla or Cookie A has a pattern, it's called Monkey, and that seems to be my go-to non-vanilla sock pattern. It just is. It's a free pattern. I'll link that one too. And I have these beautiful colors, and I also have the hot pink in their chartreuse, but I couldn't find what bin I tossed those in. I'll find it. You know, I mean, they got this color and hot pink. We know what those two look like. And it's all the same yarn. This is the vintage sock, and I got this from the Aberdeen Wool Mystery Bag. All right, those things full price are 19 bucks, and I got 4 to 6 skeins of yarn. These are like $10 each on sale. You know, I mean, this is, I'm like, yes, hands down, for me personally, because I use the yarn and I like the yarn, I like fingering weight sock yarn. Not everyone does, but yeah, hey, we're doing sock challenge and I have solid colors now. Yeah, because most of my stuff is very colorful. Gee, you would have never guessed, right? Very, very colorful. And the colors don't match. You would think that they would match today. You would think that all the colors would match, but they really don't. So I'm going to have fun doing that. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to try to dig out the chartreuse and the pink. It's in one of those bins right over there behind the light anyway. I'll find it. I just put it away recently in my attempt at cleaning my room because now I got floor space. Yeah, it's cool. So I'm going to be doing that. And then with my friends, the physical cast on that we're going to be doing is this. Oh yeah, no, you can't see it, can you? It's like all plastic and it's shiny. It does not do its justice. Coincidentally, this is also Tangled Poet yarn. You know, I've been showing a lot of Tangled Poet yarn lately. Well, for one, I had their Tangled Poet advent calendar, so I showed it to you every single day. I mean, there is that. And I recently made some socks with the yarn that I got in my mystery bags with them, and I'm planning on making more socks with yarns I got in the mystery bag with them. I mean, I'm getting my use out of it. There's no doubt. So this kit comes with the Barocco Ultra Wool Fine, just black, just a solid black fingering weight yarn, perfect, 100% superwash wool, and a bunch of their little minis. These are bigger minis. No, these are bigger than the minis that come in the pickle jar, way smaller than the minis that I got in the advent calendar. These are, I don't know how big they are. Let me check the pattern. I mean, I can physically see how big they are, but I don't know how many grams. About said ounces. There's not the case. All right, so 35 yards is in each. So roughly 35 yards in each one of these. Look at those colors. I mean, that is stunning. And there's 14 colors in there. All right, sorry about the tapey noise. I have not opened this. I have not felt this, but then again, I felt all the advent yarn. So I'm good. You want to know something funny? I know this is tangent, but that's how my brain works. Okay, so I was listening to my video a couple days ago. My husband turns it on every day in the morning and everything, so I hear my voice in the background. And I had to go to my device, and I was looking. I'm like, oh, because sometimes you can change the speed of a video, right? You can slow it down or you can speed it up. Slowing down is really fantastic when you're looking at tutorials and you want to see the hand movement. Perfect. Or speeding up if you've got somebody who speaks really, really slowly and you want to hear it. And I had to go check the gear on that, the playback speed, because I thought it was in double time. No, that was just me. That was just me. It wasn't. But I literally went to check. I get excited and I talk fast. My husband told me, he said, oh, honey, no, today's video, that's like when we first got together. Because 30-some odd years ago, I talked a lot faster than I do now. I talk like an auctioneer, right? When I met my family in the South, because remember I was adopted. When I met my family in the South, I always had to repeat myself like 3-4 times because they couldn't understand me because I talked like an auctioneer and they didn't listen like an auctioneer, right? So there is that. So evidently, I'm excited and relaxed, which means I'm talking really fast. All right, so let's look at some of these little minis. Look at these. Look at these little guys. Oh my gosh. So one of my friends is already winding hers, getting it ready for tomorrow. And, you know, the other one's like, hey, have you wound yours yet? And I'm like, no, I haven't. But I think that, you know, they're like 35 grams. We can wind it on the fly. We can, you know, you don't have to get the ball winder out. I mean, it's out, but you don't have to get the ball winder out. You just grab one. I mean, it's 35 yards. That's easy. Look at that. I mean, chartreuse, hello, love it. But these are spectacular. Now, I did have to stalk their site. Oh my gosh, did I ever. I stalked their site for quite some time to get this back in stock. I've seen it where just the minis are in stock, you know, and they have one price, and I don't remember what it is. And then the minis with this and the pattern, which is what I got, when I did finally see them in stock, I bought three of them. One for me and one for each of my friends. And today is the first, so we're going to be casting on. I'm so excited. We can tell. It's way past my bedtime. That's okay. I'm going to stay up later anyway. It's going to happen. It's like, I can do it. I'm an adult and I don't have work. Yeah, I don't have work today because it's the first and I have it off. Yes, so that's exciting. Let's see, what else? Oh, I finished a project. Oh no, I'm not going to show it to you right now. But I did. I finished my last project of 2024. I finished it right before midnight. So it's done. And I even wove in all the ends. And I'll show that on Monday, because Monday I'll do the whole, this is what I made for the week. You know, so you guys want to see? Yeah. You know, and I should have a bunch, because it's not just what I finished that I show on Mondays. For those that are new here, right? It's not the things that I've just finished. It's everything that I've worked on that I can remember. Yeah, because sometimes I don't always write it down. But I have my spreadsheet ready, and I have all of that stuff ready to track and do the whole geek world thing. Whether I share it or not, it's another story. But I have all that stuff, and it's the first of the year, so I'm all kinds of excited about it, right? So it should last at least a month or so. I could track it really well. Hopefully, whatever your goal is, crafting-wise or whatever it happens to be, you stick to it, right? Yeah, you have fun with it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a blast. I mean, it's just pretty amazing. I don't know. It's like a cloud has been lifted. We are at a new year. 2024 was not bad. That's not what I'm saying. I don't think anything happened to us that was like really horrible, you know, that, yeah. Besides, even if it did, I wouldn't be telling you guys, because you know why? This is my happy place. Happy stuff happens in this room. You want to do negative stuff, you go in the other room. You just get out of here. This is the happy place. So, you know, there you have it. But yeah, 2024 was great, but 2025, we're ready. Right? We're ready. I mean, we have a grandson coming. Grandchild number 6, so that'll be 3 boys and 3 girls, which is very exciting. I think babies are amazing, right? So we have that going on. You know, just that growth in the family and being together, and yeah, we're all close. So just really super exciting. It's starting things with friends, having a plan for the new year. I am on fire right now. My brain's going like this, by the way. It is spinning. But having a plan for the new year, going through some things, it excited me, grabbing my bin and deciding, okay, here's a couple things I'm going to take out. And I did have a couple people in the comments ask me if I would do that again, actually do that on camera. Because originally I thought I would go through the stuff and number it, you know, some form or fashion, some rhyme or reason, right? Number the stuff or whatever and organize it to where I could show it and say, this is what I'm doing, this is why, that type of stuff. But I think there's some value in pulling it out in the manner in which I did. Of it's a surprise to all of us, because I don't remember what I packed away. When I see it again, I remember. Like the skull shawl, I don't know when I started that, but I do know I made about 7 of them back in the day. I used to teach classes, crochet classes and things along that line, and I taught classes. And for that particular pattern, as a matter of fact, the designer, because I posted it on Ravelry and everything, the designer had reached out to me at the time period and said, wow, I didn't know crochet could be that beautiful. Because it was her pattern. I didn't design the pattern, right? Because I took what she did, that gorgeous pattern, and she made the shawl in worsted weight yarn. And I made it in lace weight and blocked it and bloomed. And it was very thin and very airy. And, you know, obviously I had to have a lot more repeats of said, you know, motif in it. But that was the comment. And to me, that was quite a compliment. I mean, it's just like, wow, that's amazing. It's your pattern. You designed this. It is beautiful. So I thought that was pretty neat. But yeah, I have no idea when I started that, what year I started that. I've got pictures of my daughter modeling some of those as a teenager. And, you know, she's a mom of 2 now, fully adult, 27 years old. Yeah. Hey, the kids change ages. Don't judge me. You know, I mean, they do. Every year they keep changing. Yeah, so it's one of those. I've done quite a few of those. But so I'm going to remove that, take that lace out, and move on to other things. I think that's the exciting part, is going, okay, I did that. Let me move on. Oh, another thing that I might want to do is, do you remember me showing 2 shawls that I had started with Arcane Fiberworks yarn? And they're just words are hard. They're garter stitch shawls. And it was like an asymmetrical shaped shawl that I designed myself. And I have notes around here somewhere. And I know there are a couple people interested in those notes. And if I find them, I'll be more than happy to share them, because I wrote it down to, you know, share the pattern, and then, well, you know how that goes. But I was thinking of finishing those. They're both, I have 2 separate ones, and they're both rather large. And the reason I didn't finish those is I was waiting for another color yarn. Of course, the charcoal yarn, but I have plenty of it now. Hubby is very generous. I have 3 full skeins. So I was thinking of winding that and adding some border to that to finish them off, because there's a lot of knitting that's done in both of them. I think it's pretty close to a full skein of sock weight, you know, fingering weight yarn knit into this shawl. So that's a decent amount of knitting. That's a decent size already. So adding another skein of charcoal, and you know what? I have 3 skeins of charcoal. And if I use it, pretty sure hubby will get me some more. That man is an enabler. Holy cow. Yeah, if you didn't already hear, he got into my cart. Well, actually it's his cart because he's the one that has the account, but I was, you know, looking and changing things and back and forth in the cart, and he pushed the button. I did not push the button. He said I delayed too long and I was hemming and hawing and I was being indecisive, so he was going to take the decision away from me. So he's an enabler, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, we spoil each other. That's the blessing, right? That's just absolutely amazing. So those are some of the other things with the new year that I want to do. And with this energy that I'm feeling right now, I think it's going to happen, right? And one of the other geek things that I want to track is projects that have languished. You know, anything that wasn't done by right now. Like I said, I finished one project just before the wire and woven all the ends. I'll show that one day. But anything that wasn't done now, I would count as either the whip or the UFO. Because again, I don't really count them as whips, because if I'm not actively working on it, it's not a whip. You know, for that matter, it was brought up too, like the boho sweater that I was working on, or the harvest sweater, both of them with that finer mohairish type yarn. When's the last time I worked on those? Yeah, they count too. So it would be kind of fun for me, just out of curiosity, how many of the things in my room that have been languishing do I pick up and finish? I mean, one of them I've got right here, just because that's what I was showing yesterday. This thing, I'm telling you right now, that camera in this color is not doing it justice. This thing is stunning. In the camera, it's not looking pretty, just my opinion. But this is gorgeous lace and everything. Here, I'll show the picture. I want to finish it. I do. Do you remember the last time I was working on that? I don't. Here it is, by the way. That is the pattern, and it is, look at that. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. And I've got a lot done on it. I'm already up to the armpits, and on the one side, I'm close to the neck. Not quite to the neck, but pretty doggone close. I'm like, that's, but then there's sleeves. But the sleeves are in the round. Okay, and what I found on that pattern is I don't like doing the back side of it, because there's patterning on both sides, and it's cumbersome. I just don't like it. And that's why I stalled. Kind of like my husband's sweater, you know, when I had to make a third sleeve because he didn't like the color pooling on the first sleeve that I made. I mean, I keep saying it like that. It is true. I didn't like it either, and making it right, but as much fun as I have making sleeves to begin with, doing an adult male sweater sleeve and fingering weight yarn and having to do a sweater with 3 sleeves, and he doesn't have 3 arms, you know, it's been in timeout. But I did work on it some. Not this week yet. Not this week yet. Yeah, he'll call me out because I put a stitch marker there and I marked it where I'm at, so he'll call me out. So I can't lie. I can't make it up. I can't fudge it or anything because he'll tell on me. He will. He'll come barge in or something like that, or at least like holler from the other room, "You did not! You did not!" You know, I mean, it's love. It's love. We keep each other honest. Anyway, well, I've got tons that I want to talk about and think about, but right now I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go because I'm going to hand wind some yarn or do some other stuff like that and prepare for my 2 cast-ons of the day. Maybe I'll push in another one. I could do that. I could. I'm not sure what though. What do you think? I can do a 3rd thing, can't I? I have powers. I have skills. I have needles. I have yarn. I could do it. Yeah. I don't know what the 3rd thing should be. I want to do it though. I'll tell you tomorrow. Yeah, I will. I'll tell you tomorrow. I was like, what did it? I did it. I did it. This is what I did. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to do something. I will tell you tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. You know you want to see this. You do. I want to see this because I'm not sure yet. All right, everybody. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. And I'll talk with you guys later. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. Bye-bye.